Hello, welcome. If you're preparing for the IELTS speaking test, you have come to the right place. In today's video, I'm going to answer all part 3 questions in Cambridge IELTS 19. The questions cannot be displayed on the screen, so please make sure that you have your own copy of the book. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Well, in Japanese schools, probably the most common rule is for students to have to wear a school uniform. So, like so many students, usually teenage students, like high schoolers, they have to wear, school uniform that is usually in quiet colors like black, dark blue, and white. So never like pink or red or floral. Oh, I think it is extremely important for kids to learn to respect the rules, because I believe that for children, respecting the rules is almost as important as studying itself, because when they grow up in the future and if they break the rule or if they violate the law, they might be ostracized from society. Depending on how bad the violation is, there should be some kind of punishment. For example, if the violation is really, really bad, like if they have bullied a classmate, or if they have intentionally broken, the school's property, then they might have to be in detention after school, or they might even have to be suspended from school for a certain period of time, like 1 week. Yes, well, pretty much everybody who goes into law wants to be either a lawyer or a judge, because lawyers and judges are, they can get pretty good pay, so they are pretty popular occupations. And also private companies, more and more private companies want to hire someone who is knowledgeable about the law, because they want to make sure that they comply with the law. So yeah, that could be another motive. I would say a lawyer should be, or they have to be, like extraordinarily patient, because collecting evidence to show that this person is innocent would be a very, very long process. So for example, in order to find this criminal innocent, you as a lawyer would have to ask every colleague, every friend, every neighbor that is connected to this person, or you might have to read every message on a smartphone, so that you can prove that what this person is saying is true. So I think that would require extremely high levels of patience. Yes, I do. For example, I imagine that being a judge would be extremely frustrating, because no matter what decision you make as a judge, there'll be people standing up against you. So it's like if you as a judge find this criminal innocent, then the criminal might be happy about it, but the victim and the victim's family might file an appeal to a higher court. Or on the other hand, if you find this criminal guilty, then the victim might be elated about it, but of course the criminal will be unhappy or upset about it. So it's like no matter what you do, you can't make everybody happy. So I guess that would be extremely frustrating. Let's see. If a child has achieved perfect attendance throughout the school year, they might be given some kind of certificate, or outstanding students who have accomplished something extraordinary. For example, if they won a national tournament in sports, or if they won a gold medal in a science project, then they might be given some kind of prize or trophy. Well, one tangible advantage would be absolutely that those students can be motivated to work even harder. Children are human beings, just like adults. So they want to be praised. They want kudos. Otherwise, they would feel that their efforts are not being acknowledged, and that would be a very big discouragement. I don't think it matters whether they receive something good from their parents or teachers. For children, what they receive is the most important thing, whether it's a trophy or smiley sticker in their notebook. But maybe I can say that teachers might have a more unbiased view of all the children, because parents tend to love their children more than anybody else. So if children are given a prize by their teacher, then they might be more delighted about it. I kind of think so. I mean, some sports players are kind of overpaid. I have heard that, some top-notch baseball players or soccer players, they receive like, $100 million or something for their 5-year contract. That would be way more than they can spend in their lifetime, I think. So yeah, I think I would have to say that would be kind of too much, although I admit that their influence or their celebrity, influential power is super big, especially in terms of advertisement, but still, No, I don't think so. That would be so unfair. I mean, if you as a sports player make so much effort, practice very hard, and contribute so much to the victory of your team, while your teammates are lazy, they don't practice at all. But if you get the same amount of money as the other guys, that would be extremely unfair, and you might even want to quit as a sports player. So yeah, such an egalitarian concept, like everybody gets the same amount of money, I don't think that would work. Well, for professional sports, I would have to say winning is important. I don't want to say winning is the only purpose for sports, but still, for sports, I mean professional sports, they are doing their business. In other words, they make money from attracting many fans, like thousands of fans, to the stadium to watch the game. But if their favorite team always loses, then the fans might stop coming to the stadium, and that would be very big commercial failure. So yeah, I think sports players should win whenever possible. Younger people in my country are more or less interested in learning how to drive because they'll enjoy the freedom of being able to go anywhere they want in their car. But at the same time, not everybody is interested because they know the risks. The maintenance of a car could be expensive, or they might get involved in a car accident. So one huge difference is undoubtedly that if you drive in a city center, you'll be more likely to encounter more traffic. So you'll be more likely to get involved in a vehicular accident, so you have to be extra cautious. But if you drive in a countryside, you might encounter a wild animal like a deer jumping onto the road. So no matter where you drive, you have to be careful. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would say 99% of the drivers on the road in my hometown, they comply with the law. They never drive on a red light, or they never hit and run. But there might be some drivers who, inadvertently park their cars where they are not supposed to park their cars, or they might sometimes exceed the speed limit, but they are few and far between. How popular? I would say electric cars are not so popular in my country yet, because one big problem with electric cars is that in my country there aren't enough places where drivers can charge the batteries on their cars. So if they run out of battery, their cars might stop running, and that could be a huge problem. Well, if you just insist that electric cars are cool or eco-friendly, I don't think many people would switch to electric cars, because for many people, money is the most important thing. So if you emphasize that, driving electric cars instead of gasoline cars is more cost effective, for example, you can save the money on the energy, or if you have an electric car, you would have to pay less tax compared to gasoline cars, then yeah, many people might be hooked. I actually don't think so, and I hope not. I mean, because if every car on the road was an electric car, then there could be one huge problem, which is that if power supply is stopped, whatever the reason, like a natural disaster, for example, then there'll be no way we can charge the batteries on our cars, and that would be a huge problem. So I think we should have two options: electric cars and gasoline cars, not only electric cars. Well, I don't want to say so. I mean, if people use some beauty products like cosmetics, like eyeliner or lipstick, and then if they can have some kind of self-confidence in themselves, I think that's worth the cost. So yeah, I don't want to say beauty products are a waste of money. Well, the beauty industry typically uses, celebrities, especially ones who are good looking. So, there are many instances of, slender, gorgeous looking fashion models showing themselves in a TV commercial using, this accessory. And if millions of people watch them, and they say like, oh, if I use that accessory, I can look like them, so that's how advertisers of beauty products can be so successful. Well, I think I agree with the view. I mean, well, it depends on the age of the child that you're talking about. If you're talking about like really young children, like 8 or 9 or 10-year-old girls, I suppose that they should be focusing on their study instead of putting on makeup to make eyes look bigger. But if you're talking about a little older children, like teenage people, then of course they'll be interested in using beauty products. So there could be TV commercials about beauty products that are designed for those people. I think that's because, young people have got everything that is beautiful. They have shiny skins, or they have, a sparkle in their eyes because they have their dreams. And, they don't have wrinkles. They look active and energetic. So, they got everything that is beautiful. So that's why, almost everybody tends to, see young people as beautiful. Without a doubt, yes. I mean, I know that we should not judge anyone based on his or her appearance only, but looks do have an impact on how people look at you. For example, if you get up on the stage, making a presentation about a product that you want to sell, for example, and if you're dressed in a very cheap, terrible looking clothing, then people would be laughing at you. But on the other hand, if you're wearing stylish clothing which makes you look professional, then I think you can get the trust of so many people. And if many people trust you, that means more deals, and more deals means more money. So I would just say looking good or looking professional can help you become successful. I think that's because people easily get tired of things that are too familiar to them. Let's say, women have been wearing longer skirts for 3 years. Then they start to get, tired of longer skirts, right? And then, they might be looking for something new. And they might wanna try wearing a short skirt, for example. So this is how, people's minds about beauty or fashion can change, because they don't want to keep using the same stuff all the time. Alright, I hope you found this video useful. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and most importantly, let me wish you good luck on your test.